Hello everyone and welcome back to Master Detective Archives Rain Code. Got it right that time. In the last episode, we started investigating the Nail Man. Ooh. Case. Yeah, the Nail Man. That's right. Do you want to hear it again? He's called the Nail Man. No. You misunderstand. The Nail Man. Swear to God. Are we even halfway through this chapter? Because I feel like we're gonna hear Nail Man. Like, maybe another 10,000 times? Anyway, here we have potentially our only suspects? I don't know if we're gonna pick up more as we go investigate around our... Okay, whatever, Shinigami. I mean, the only one we've even heard about at this point is the priest, who I assume is the dude right in front of us there. So I guess my suspicions are immediately on him, you know, as I said last episode. You know, since there was a call for the current suspect, Boy's dad, you know, the priest called him out to the church somewhat randomly. So, you know, a little bit suspicious, but, yeah. We also, far more importantly, picked up Halara. They're our assistant in this case, just as I said they would be last episode. Isn't that right, Halara? Right, Halara? Halara? It's fine, they're just giving me the silent treatment, because tough love, right?
Our time is short. Why do you think we've gathered them here?
You'll speak to them all eventually anyway. Just talk to them one by one.
I will, Shinigami. Let's talk to the head priest first.
Are you the priest of this church?
That's right. My family has served this church for many generations.
What's up with your hands? Is that like dirt on them, or... wax?
Though I only became a man of the cloth in recent years, the blood of martyrs spanning centuries dwells within me. Thus, my existence is but a piece of the eternal prayers offered. That is my mission, as the divine has guided me to do.
I don't get why, but he sure seems proud to be a priest.
Well, I mean, if it runs in the family veins.
Do you know about the Nail Man?
Of course. I have no idea how that rumor spread around. Perhaps it was even started by a wish made by those seeking salvation, which created the fantasy of the Nail Man.
Salvation? The people of this city must be crazy if they look to the Nail Man for salvation.
Well, depends on your, I don't know, definition of salvation.
Hey, that actually sounds kind of cool. I know how they feel.
Do you, Shinigami? Do you? Do you really?
I want to tie you up and go to a world where it's just you and me, Master.
Shinigami, it's not even 5 minutes into the episode, please.
Isn't it basically already like that?
Well, yeah, I guess when we go to the mystery labyrinths. Okay, we didn't even get a name, it's just priest. Well, the last person to murder someone was a weird animal person. So you wouldn't mind talking to me next, would you?
You are...
Cast it, okay. Hand in a, okay. I see, I guess there are gonna be, like, visual elements of each character that's gonna be like, that could be suspicious. Right, like the weird, kind of like muddy hands Mr. Priest had. Arm in a cast.
What are you, blind?
For
I'm
the
a
nun.
nun, obviously.
Fair, yeah. I mean, yeah, that tracks.
You got some nerve. Calling me here here out of nowhere. Do you know how busy I am with choir practice? I'll kill your ass in the name of God.
You know, I'm somehow not surprised that this character came out of the Danganronpa team. Yeah, I'm just, I'm not surprised.
Sorry.
She's the type my master has trouble with.
Then again, I'm pretty sure he has trouble with all types.
Oh, please, just stop making fun of me.
I'll have you know, my dad is a higher up at Amaterasu Corporation.
Oh, well, that's already suspicious.
I don't care if you're on a mission from the Peacekeepers. If you piss me off, Papa will make you regret it.
So what's up with all, like, the red makeup that the priests and, well, let's say the priest and the nun are wearing?
Right. I'd just like to ask some questions. I'll keep it quick.
I guess it's just what they do in this church.
Do you know anything about this nail man?
You mean the guy nailing up dolls? Well, I have seen someone going into the forest late at night. Whenever I've gone into the forest afterward, I usually find dolls nailed to the trees. The dolls have names written in what looks like blood. It's creepy as hell, really. In other words, it's totally metal.
I mean, yeah, that is pretty metal. I can't really disagree with you there. But I mean, that does kind of track, right? That's how the legend goes. You nail up someone in the forest as a doll, and then they die in real life, basically. That's how it goes.
I see. By the way, what happened to your right hand? Did you get hurt?
Hey, don't stare. It's nothing. I went a little overboard while practicing an instrument.
Okay. Pretty sus, I'll say it, but...
Instrument?
I'm working on this new thing I call death metal choir. I was messing around on the bass and, well, you know.
Miss Nunn, look, as someone who knows how to play bass, kind of, very loosely, how are you hurting your hand playing the bass?
Is that your dominant hand?
What kind of question is that? You want to die or something?
Yeah, alright, Marky.
It is her dominant hand. I'm sure of it.
I see.
Okay. Well, that could be important, you know? If that's her dominant hand and it was broken a while ago, probably gonna rule her out as a potential culprit, like, realistically. Alright, Mr. Servant, what do you got for us?
And you are...
I do the odd jobs like cleaning around the church. I also care for the forest.
Okay. That's suspicious.
Do you know anything about the mailman?
I often patrol the woods, but I'm usually asleep at night. When morning comes around, there are dolls nailed to the trees. It's tough to clean all of them up. I've never seen the nail man himself, but I've seen people enter the forest plenty of times.
Have you ever talked to them?
I have, but they typically run away. Some get surprised and leave their nails and doll behind.
I mean, fair enough, you know.
I chase after them to give them back their dolls, but I'm never fast enough. They always get away.
That makes sense with a body like that.
Alright, Shinigami, you know, I mean, I'm sure we were all thinking it, but you didn't have to say it.
I understand. Thank you very much.
Okay, simple one from him. I don't know, I guess it corroborates what the nun said about there definitely being people who run around in the forest. I don't know, it didn't really seem that helpful.
Excuse me, but you are... Do you even have to ask? You know who I am. Huh? No, I think today is the first time we've met.
I mean, he looks like a hipster, so...
What?
I don't know, maybe he's...
You're investigating the Nailman, and you don't know who I am? What's that supposed to mean?
This must be the clergy member on the report who was the first to find the body.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. I was the first on the scene.
Right, it was on the report. I'm impressed Halara was able to realize it so quickly.
Okay, you already seem a little bit fanatical. You are now immediately the most suspicious.
I've been attending every day since I was first baptized here as a child. That's how pious I am.
Oh no, please, tell me more, tell me more.
But I don't work here, so it's not like I'm a clergy member. I just love mystical places like this. There's an otherworldly feeling to it, you know?
Okay, also a bit of a creepy weirdo. Okay, I see.
I love researching this type of stuff, which is why I've been keeping an eye on Nailman activity for a while now.
So, you know a lot about the Nailman.
That's an understatement. In fact, you could say I'm an expert in Nailman research.
In that case, what do you think about the clock tower murder? Though it seems the suspect has already been arrested.
I think he was framed.
Okay, but then the fact that he's saying that makes him a little less suspicious, which makes him more suspicious still.
You do? Then who do you think the real killer is?
The real Nailman, obviously. The Peacekeepers are making a big mistake. Listen, the Nailman exists. The Nailman is summoned through ritual and commits murder based on a sacrificial doll.
That's impossible.
Yeah, I get it. You probably want proof. In that case, look for a doll in the forest. You'll find a nailed doll with a name tag for the Dark Ceremony.
As we've heard,
Whoever's
yes.
name is on it is the Nailman's next target. Just follow someone in town with the same name. If you're lucky, you might have a run-in with the Nailman. Unfortunately, I wasn't so lucky. I've missed him by just a hair 4 times already.
I see. So you can guess the next victim based on each doll's name tag.
I was so close at the clock tower, too. I found someone whose name matched a name tag and figured out she was heading to the clock tower. I called the Peacekeepers and entered the clock tower, but I was too late.
Yeah, that's a little bit strange. But this lady was already going to the clock tower, huh? That does put my eyes back on the priest a little bit.
Damn it! If only I'd acted sooner. I was so close to meeting the Nailman.
Guess he just wants to meet the Nailman and doesn't care about preventing the murders. So he's an occult enthusiast? Seems like a huge weirdo.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I've talked to everyone. Halara, is there anything you'd like to ask them?
Only end your turn once you've secured a shot at victory.
Does that mean I should gather more information? What else should I ask about?
I mean, we're probably gonna ask them all of these, right? So let's just go in order. Nailman murders.
There have been several Nailman cases in the past, right? Does anyone know anything about past cases?
You know a lot about these things, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, obviously, fucking Mr. Occult's back there, Will.
Yeah, you can ask me anything about the Nailman, including all past cases, obviously. I was the first to find the body every time.
I mean, that is exceptionally suspicious, but at the same time, yeah, I mean, I can see it.
Huh? Every time?
There's no reason to look surprised. I already told you how I did it.
Yeah, that's still exceptionally suspicious,
I
though.
find dolls with name tags in the forest. Then, I look for whoever's supposed to be the next victim.
Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, if he was basically just self-reporting, it wouldn't really make sense, would it, for him to be the killer? Because he'd have to get rid of his hammer and nails at the scene. He'd also have to, you know, probably change clothes, considering how much blood is involved. Nah.
But every time I find a victim, they're already dead.
Being the first on scene each time sounds super suspicious.
Yeah, and the fact that we're bringing it up basically means he's been cleared, right?
You think I'm suspicious, don't you? I suppose you would. The first person on the scene can always lie and say they discovered the body in a locked room. But the thing is, I've never been alone when I've discovered a body.
Oh?
All of the crime scenes had no way in or out, so I'd open them with someone nearby, or by asking the peacekeepers.
So the body's discovery was never done alone. If that's true, then all the rooms really were locked.
Okay, that's a good piece of info, though.
Master, why don't you ask for more details about past cases for now?
Can you tell me more about each case?
There have been 3 Nailman cases in the past 6 months, excluding the one at the clock tower. The first happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki district. It's essentially a members-only casino. The victim owned the place. At the time, the Nailman was just a name you'd sometimes hear about in urban legends. But I had a personal interest in the Nailman, so I started researching him. And then it happened. I came across another murder while investigating a name tag I found in the forest. I knew then that it had to be the Nailman.
And that crime scene was also within a locked room?
I mean... Well, now I am kind of thinking the whole Nailman thing is almost more of a coincidence than anything. It sounds like there's a lot of people who go and stick tags up in the forest. But there have only been, like, 4 murders total, right? So, yeah. Definitely doesn't seem like a... I don't know, almost like a strange bounty hunter either, you know? Walks up, takes the doll off like he's ripping a wanted poster off a pinboard. You know? Doesn't really seem like a time like that, then, if only 4 people have died. So it definitely seems like someone with their own agenda. Although, I mean, would it really be that as well? Because I feel like we'd have to know the fucking, the victim as well, right? But definitely seem like they're supposed to just be a generic, so, yeah.
Yeah, all of the Nailman crime scenes have common characteristics. There's always a corpse and doll coated in nails. And also, the murderer leaves no trace behind.
Well, we know that's not true already, but...
Isn't that bizarre? See why I'm so interested in the Nailman?
I totally get it.
I mean, there are a lot of true crime fans out there, so... Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't understand it, but it's still pretty weird.
Don't empathize with him.
The secret club was the first locked room mystery. As for the second, it was at a mansion in the residential area near Ginma district. About 3 months ago, the owner of the mansion was murdered in the building's study. The crime scene again took place in a locked room with a corpse and doll covered in nails inside. Considering all this, there's no doubt it was committed by the Nailman. By then, I knew the legendary Nailman had descended upon Kanai Ward. The third locked room mystery occurred a month ago. A woman was killed in an art gallery storage in Ginma district. It also featured a body and a doll covered in nails in a completely locked room.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate right there. Like, I was gonna say, okay, the first 2, they're, like, probably pretty well off. Potentially high-ranking dudes. Not dudes as in, like, men, just dudes. But, nah, it seems like woman 3 and, well, I guess woman 1 and 2, but victim 3 and 4 are just generics by the sound of it.
And today, the 4th locked room mystery happened at the clock tower. That's every single Nailman case. At least, for now.
Yeah, we'll probably stay that way,
I'm
mate.
sure the Nailman will continue on. He will enact revenge for the people of Kanai Ward.
Oh, revenge? Well, I mean, I guess the whole thing is that, you know, you put on someone you've got a vendetta against, and I guess revenge is the natural conclusion to take from there, but okay. Vengeance. Okay. Now, about the dolls.
That reminds me. Is there any information about the dolls used in the Nailman ceremonies? I know a few have been found at the crime scenes, too.
You find that stuff in any doll shop.
Doll shop?
Huh? You haven't seen one? What are you, a foreigner or something?
Kind of.
Around here, all the craft shops have been selling fancy dolls for a long time.
Okay, so basically what we're saying is that they aren't like handcrafted, they are just kind of bought.
They were mostly souvenirs for tourists, but that industry is long gone now. Some places still sell them at steep discounts just to get rid of their stock. If you know where to look, you'll see mountains of illegally discarded dolls all over the place.
I see. So they aren't much of a clue given how easy they are to obtain.
Yeah, and if a lot of them are just dumped, you couldn't really go around being like, I wonder who bought a lot of dolls recently. But, I mean, good to know, in any case.
Has anyone noticed strange things happening near the church lately?
Wow, what a vague question.
Well, you gotta leave it open-ended, Shinigami. It can make them think of something weird or wacky. You never know.
Oh yeah, I like things that are weird and wacky.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Now that you mention it,
What is it? Please, any small detail will help.
something strange was burning in the incinerator earlier.
Okay.
What do you mean by strange?
Like, I thought it was a rope, but all I can say is it looked strange.
Brilliant. That's probably, assuming that it's yellow, probably what was tied to the dolls, right? I mean, I know, well, not the nails in the dolls under the window.
Can you try drawing what it looked like? It does look like some sort of bizarre rope.
It's a ladder. That's a ladder right there.
It's like a centipede with legs missing from one side. Looks delicious.
I was worried that it wasn't supposed to be burned, so I tried to take it out. But I was too late. It was completely incinerated.
Yeah. That's our rope ladder right there. Just as I suspected.
I asked around to see if anyone knew about it, but everyone claimed they hadn't thrown away anything like it. The incinerator is surrounded by a locked fence. Only clergy can access it.
Oh.
So, no one here recognized it?
I don't even work here in the first place.
Only clergy can access the incinerator, but no one claims to have thrown it away.
I don't know if this has anything to do with the case, but something's fishy.
This is a pretty important piece of the case, actually, Shinigami. Come on. You use that... Well, I guess you don't have a brain, do you? 'Cause you're just a ghost. Like, there is nothing going on inside there.
A watchmaker was arrested earlier. He's suspected of being involved in the Nailman incident. Does anyone know anything about him?
A watchmaker? You mean G.A. Colon?
Mm-hmm, that's the one.
I've asked him to fix the church clock several times. To think that he's the nail man.
Well, it hasn't been proven that he's the culprit yet.
Oh, I see. But if it were him, no one would blame him.
What do you mean?
This city has completely changed. Everyone is seeking salvation in some way. The Nail Man was born out of our situation.
You mean the Nailman is what the people actually wanted?
And we kind of got the implication of that earlier.
Many
but okay.
would certainly deny it, but the nailed dolls continue to appear in our forest. If the Nail Man acts as their agent, then they are also the Nail Man. In a way.
I mean, I can see the logic there.
That's how I see it. What do you think?
I mean, that's kind of an extension of what I was saying about the Hitman thing, right?
That's true. The Nail Man could be seen as a savior to some people. After all, he kills the people you want dead for you. I mean, the victim had it coming for doing something worth getting killed over, right?
No. Frankly.
I think I've asked about everything I wanted to find out.
Looks like time is almost up.
Fucking worshiper, just give me a thumbs up from over there.
Was that okay?
Yes, it will suffice. Thank you for your cooperation. You should study their faces well. They may end up being accused of the murders. Huh? You need to remember every face, so you can spot them even if they flee through a crowd.
Wait! Do you mean the actual culprit is one of them?
Could be.
Perhaps. There's not enough information yet to act on. We have no time to waste. Let's investigate the other crime scenes. Best not to scramble what little gray matter rests in your head. So let's examine the crime scenes chronologically.
And she smiled as she said it.
Okay.
They said
well,
it.
the first murder occurred at...
First murder was the secret club.
It's the secret club in the Kamasaki district, right?
Thrown off a little bit there since 3 and 4 were in the right order.
Correct. Let's hurry. I won't allow time to be wasted.
Well, alright then, Nightmare. Let's get going. I mean, I know you said to memorize their faces, but I feel like I couldn't forget what most of what most of these guys look like. I mean, hair of the worshipper. We've got another animal person, but also, I mean, you know, the cast. The priest has a pretty significant haircut and nose, and look, I mean, there's the servant over there. Like, he's also not getting away in a crowd. Like, what are you talking about, Hollerer? Anyway, off we go. So, I don't know, I don't have any more immediate thoughts about the case, I don't think. No, I don't know what investigating these places are gonna do. I mean, it's 6 months old, but... I mean, if we bump into more peoples of interest, then maybe, but... I mean, I guess... Well, I was gonna say technically we had 5 suspects last time, so I feel like we need a few more characters, at least, but... realistically, we only had 2 suspects last time, didn't we? Zilch and Aphex. But, I mean, I don't know, I guess with the whole spiking thing, I guess you could
Halara? I've been thinking.
Could put Melanie on there, because, you know, obviously I suspected her, but...
The first incident was 6 months ago, right? If we go to the crime scene now, there's nothing left to investigate.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly, Coco Head.
You think it will be a waste of time? There's no need to worry about that.
So, you have a plan then?
What? You're working with Halara Nightmare. What more could you possibly ask for?
For you to be nice to me? No, you're asking too much. Oh, damn it!
No. Let's be swift.
Huh? Right.
I don't really get it, but talk about confidence.
You know, I appreciate it.
Where's
I
the
like the
secret
confidence.
club?
Apparently over there.
I smell a mystery! I'm all hyped up!
This appears to be the crime scene, but it's sealed off. They've left it like this for 6 months?
Apparently so.
No doubt they've shirked their obligation to clean up. I suspect the peacekeepers are lazy to a fault.
And you did that with your hand? That's impressive.
Yo, Shinigami,
It's
you think
open.
that's...
Let's go inside.
You think that's their power? You can turn their hand into blades? Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
No, I don't think that's what's happening. But yeah, it would be pretty cool. Imagine if you could just turn your hands into knives.
Yeah, I guess it would make cooking a little bit easier. Or, no, not really, would it? You'd lose out on your ability to hold things. Sorry, why are we having this conversation?
Yeah, I mean, there is literally nothing in here. But hey, I mean, I guess if the tape has been up for 6 months, that means no one has been in here for 6 months, right? Which is a fairly good sign.
The peacekeepers may be sloppy, but even they wouldn't leave the crime scene completely untouched. The body was probably found around here.
You mean based on, the outline on the wall over there?
The victim's name is Suguma Iho, an old man who owned this place. His reputation left much to be desired. This place was an illegal casino operating at obscene rates. Even the cheating was rampant.
You sure know a lot about it. When did you...
I told you I had time earlier. Yeah, I guess you did.
I told you, I gathered my own intel while waiting at the cafe.
I always know what this game is going to say next.
The real interesting note is that this crime scene also had no way in or out.
Yeah, it is just like a little bunker room, huh?
At the time of discovery, the door was locked from the inside.
There aren't any windows either, which is expected given that it's underground. There are air vents, but they have secure covers barring entry. Besides, no one's able to reach that high up.
Yeah, you never know.
No windows. The only way in and out is the door that was locked from the inside. It's a locked room mystery! Locked room mystery!
But there's not much more to investigate. We don't know what state the body was in at the time of discovery.
Well, depending on the state of the others, we might not need to, right? Like, my immediate thought was, interesting. He's been nailed up on a wall. Our other lady was nailed up on the ground. Which is certainly an interesting place to nail someone. Granted, we do also suspect that she wasn't killed via the nail thing. Which does also probably mean that her case isn't actually connected. Oh, actually, that could be a whole other rabbit hole, huh? That her case isn't actually connected to the Nailman stuff at all, and the Nailman thing was just used as a cover to, like, shift attention, maybe? Yeah, maybe.
I told you not to worry. The conditions have all been met.
Conditions?
Don't tell me you've forgotten I'm a master detective.
Oh, your forte.
Ah, nice. I
My
was about to
forte
say
is
it.
postcognition, the power to see the past. However, it can only be used at murder scenes. To be precise, I can only see how the crime scene appeared at the time it was first discovered.
Okay. So I guess it's like peering into the eyes of the first people who came here. But okay, I mean, that's a
Another
useful
way to
power
describe
right
it
now.
would be as crime scene limited psychometry, if that's easier to understand.
No, not at all. I do not understand what that word means.
That's amazing! It's like the perfect forte for a detective.
For a case like this, yeah. But, I mean, if you're one of the first on the scene anyway, you know?
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene.
Because it's also presumably sort of from their perspective. Like, if they overlooked something, or like literally couldn't see something, you probably can't see it either, right?
Not the culprit, not the victim, but how it appeared when a third party first entered. The memory or perception of the witness does not affect my postcognition. What I see is what actually was there.
Okay, so I guess maybe not then?
When
You
it
can just
comes
see
to
the
my
room?
power, the witness is not a camera or a recording device, but rather a trigger.
Ah, okay.
Perhaps the best way to think of it is like a bookmark stuck between the pages of when the body was found.
Right, and you just like jump back there. Okay, oh, okay, I
Well,
see.
There's no point in wasting more time explaining. Let's have a look.
I mean, not that you really need to justify your superpower. Like, it's a fucking superpower, but
That
still.
power sure is convenient. Explains all the confidence. It's similar to the mystery labyrinth, where I recreate the crime scene in your mind.
That's a good point, actually. Yes, it is. Actually, it's exactly like that.
But now it's done in the real world. Although, it is limited to both the crime scene and the moment of first discovery.
But still, it's amazing.
I mean, that's basically what you do in my brain anyway, right?
On the other hand, my master's got nothing. Why is life so unfair? Now I'm angry.
Well, I have you.
Eh? You know, that's a good point, Master. You know what? I am a better forte than everything these guys have got, huh?
Well, actually, I can't really argue with that.
Master, can I nibble on your heart to help cheer me up?
No.
What? Of course not.
Or is that like a metaphor or something?
Okay, interesting that popped up.
What?
I'm investigating. Don't interfere. Look around the scene in the real world until I'm done using my postcognition.
Oh, okay, so we can't actually see it. You can. We can't. Okay, that changes things, actually.
Postcognition. I wonder what it's like. All I can do is wait for the report.
Well, do I have some good news for you?
What is it this time?
Master, try to remember. Did you feel anything back on the Amaterasu Express?
It did, yeah. We experienced Right, no, that was a unique thing for us, right? You can't experience other people's fortes. We can. And I didn't know if that was going to be Yuma's forte or if that was a Shinigami thing.
You know, when the other master detectives use their powers?
I do remember.
This sensation. I felt it when Aphex used his powers. Somehow, it feels like I can hear what Poochie hears. Right. I can sense whenever a master detective uses their power.
Yes, that's it! Maybe your coalescence will work now.
Coalescence?
Is that what we're naming my forte?
Simply put, it's the ability to share someone else's power. On the train, you only felt the resonance of other people's fortes, but its true function is to share their powers.
Wait. Then that means I can also see the scene in the past with Halara? That's amazing! Is this your ability, Shinigami?
Something like that.
Oh,
But
never
there
mind.
are conditions for it to activate.
And here I was hoping that it was mine.
You must kiss someone to share their ability.
No, that's not true. I did not kiss Aphex. I did not kiss Poochie.
What? Kiss Halara?
I didn't kiss, Wait, what was the old guy? Ranga? That was the old man, right?
I lied. Oh, did you blush? Did you really want to? You still don't know if Halara is a boy or a girl.
Look, it doesn't matter. They're hot, okay?
Oh, quit messing around and tell me how it works.
You need permission from the person sharing the ability first. Then, you must hold hands while the ability is active. That's it.
Oh, great. Well, I mean, hand-holding's even better.
Okay, I can do that.
That's how you make babies, Shinigami.
Is it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
That's not as confident as I would like. Why don't we ask Halara?
No, I don't think that's
Halara.
necessary.
Halara?
I need you to be quiet. I'm concentrating.
Oh, I just want to hold your hand, though.
Sorry, but there's something I want to ask.
Yeah, just fast forward through this very brief
Coalescence.
explanation.
Hold hands. You and me.
Oh, man. I'm gonna have to hold hands with Desuhiko at some point. Ah, that's not gonna be fun.
Yes, that way I'll be able to see the past too. I think.
My sources made no mention of such an ability. In fact, you're just a trainee.
Yeah, but I just remembered I had it. Anyway, we don't have much time. Let's try it.
I have no intention of getting friendly with you.
Oh, why not?
Oh, it's not like that.
But we're partners.
I despise you.
Oh, well. Thanks for coming out and just saying it to my face.
Huh?
Just the thought of holding your hand makes my skin crawl.
You okay, Halara?
I didn't know you hated me so much.
Let me be clear. I don't just hate you in particular.
Oh, okay, well, it's less personal. No, thank you.
I despise all of humanity equally. I don't trust anyone, except the dead.
I had a feeling. Halara must be a demon straight from hell.
Yeah, probably more likely she's someone with a rocky past, huh? Oh, my Danganronpa characters, you and your tragic backstories.
Then why did you choose to help me with the investigation?
As I told you in the beginning, I always work sincerely for the payment I receive. As long as you promise payment, I will promise my utmost efforts as a professional.
Then please, hold my hand. It's necessary for the investigation. You can add this to my bill if you want. You'll agree then, right?
I wonder how much hand-holding costs.
Yeah, I don't know, those services run for variable amounts. Not that I would know.
Fine. If it's what I must do as a detective, then I have no choice but to agree.
Okay, so things have been tidied up a little bit since the scene was first discovered.
I can see it. Everything looks different than a moment ago. Incredible. So this is postcognition.
Can you really see it?
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna say this before it leaves my head. I actually felt felt kind of bad seeing her hesitate to hold seeing them hesitate to hold Yuma's hand like that. Wait. No, I was about to say, is this a remix of Box 15 from Dangan 1? It's not, but it's got basically the same instrumentation. Or maybe it is. Like that bit there.
So your coalescence is real. I didn't expect you to already have your own forte.
Yeah, well, guess I'm kinda cool like that. I am also just lying to you, which is not gonna help your trust issues later on, but It's fine. It's fine. Look, I mean, if we go into the mystery labyrinth together, which that tutorial last time did imply could happen, you know, you'll see Shinigami, and I'll get to reveal the truth. Just, you know, eventually.
Well, this does save me the trouble of reporting it back to you, but it's quite inconvenient to keep our hands joined.
Well, I mean, is it?
Very well. Go ahead and lead the investigation.
Me?
If you can see what I see, that would be for the best. I'm only acting as your assistant, after all.
Yeah, come on, Yuma. That's exactly how we handled the interrogations a second
This
ago.
is quite the bizarre crime
Or 20
scene.
minutes ago.
But unusual crime scenes are expected when you work for the WDO.
And then they smile like that. And suddenly the fact that they're kind of a dick, it all goes away.
Now,
Oh,
let's see what you're capable of.
God, why is Halara so... Halara. Look, I'm not down bad. You're down bad, okay? Oh, yo, we're still holding hands.
Can we do it some more?
I have to say, Postcognition is amazing. You can see the exact crime scene the moment the body was first discovered. Were you born with this power?
My forte is no ordinary superpower. It is a highly refined technique heightened through training.
So you weren't able to use it in the beginning?
Well, I mean, that's how fortes work, no?
I could, but initially, it was just ordinary psychometry.
Yeah, I mean, I still don't know what that means, but yeah, it's more like, it's impressive because it's so highly refined, right?
Since I was young, I would often get sudden glimpses of the past, as if I was experiencing a flashback. After a while, touching people or objects resulted in visions flowing through my mind.
I can see now why she didn't want to touch Yuma's hand.
I only learned it was a form of psychometry after growing older. In the WDO, simply having psychometry as a trainee grants you preferential treatment. But I was not satisfied. I believed I could use this ability more effectively as a detective. And through painstaking effort and training, I gained this ability in 3 days.
Damn.
3 days?
As I told you earlier, this ability can only see when a corpse is first discovered. It can't be used from the culprit or victim's viewpoint. It is only when a third party first witnesses a crime scene.
Yeah, maybe some room for further refinement, you know?
There are conditions for my postcognition to activate. First, I must be standing at the crime scene. This condition is absolutely required.
I mean, that makes sense, yeah.
I must also know the victim's name and face. That's why prior research is crucial.
Okay, well that's interesting.
Lastly,
Why wouldn't you be able to do it from their
postcognition is
POV then?
only effective in a 10-meter radius around the body. At this time, I can only see the crime scene and the victim. I can't see any living things that were at the scene.
Okay.
So if someone was hiding in the room, you wouldn't be able to see them?
No, my ability isn't so good at detecting people.
Kinda just like you. Well, you know, rejecting people kind of thing, you know, okay, well, you know, yeah, when I thought that up in my head, it sounded a little better than that, but you get my point.
Still, this is incredibly effective in investigating murder cases.
Feel free to summon me whenever you need my help. Of course, I don't work for cheap.
Yeah, I've heard.
You're not gonna change your mind on that, I guess.
Oh, sweet, that seemed completely optional, but I'm glad I got that. There we go.
That's...
There's a roulette table. It probably hasn't been used since the incident, as it's covered in dust. And there don't appear to be any clues on top of the roulette table. There's nothing underneath either. We should check someplace else. Alright, let's do that.
Great. Glad we had that conversation. Seats.
That's...
The chairs are lined up neatly. Did someone rearrange the chairs after the incident?
Well,
Either the peacekeepers did so, or the staff here did. Either way, it's not something to worry about. True. I'll check someplace else.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
When the body was discovered, this door was locked from the inside. There's no other way into or out of the room.
In other words, it's a locked room mystery! Locked room mystery! Ah, things are heating up!
Yeah, thanks, Shinigami.
There's a glass on the counter. There's a thin layer of dust, so it could have been there since the incident. A key was in the glass at the time the body was discovered. If you want to investigate, we should use Postcognition. Right, got it.
Oh, I have to actually... Oh, I didn't real... Whoa! Nice hand-holding, CG.
Oh, there's a key in the glass. Is it the key to the room?
seems like it. By the way, being an illegal casino, the security was extremely tight. There's only one master key. It's also a special key that can't be duplicated.
If it was thrown in from outside the vent, it wouldn't be inside the glass.
Sudden body jump scare back there. Wasn't, I mean, I should have expected it. And yet I wasn't.
So this is definitely another locked room mystery! Hooray! I'm so glad I met you!
Okay.
Alright, nice master key though. Alright, time to go look back at all those other things I just looked at, because
What
I...
a rich fragrance! How about a taste, Master?
No, I'm pretty sure that would be illegal. And also, I don't know how long these have been here.
That's...
The chair is knocked over. Could this be evidence of a struggle between the victim and culprit? I don't know about that. The culprit could have knocked it over on purpose, or turned in. The culprits could have knocked it over on purpose to throw off the investigation. There's not much we can get from it other than the fact that it's knocked over. Let's check elsewhere. Right. Sorry, I just want to hear you say words.
the lock is broken. Maybe someone broke it and forced their way in, like at the clock tower. But from the looks of it, there's no sign of the lock or door being tampered with.
Okay. Well, that wasn't a truth key thingy-madoodad, so...
This could be the clincher!
Well, I don't know, maybe. Let's have a little look. I mean... Sure are dolls.
Was this moved during the incident? As far as I can tell, it doesn't seem related to the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's check another place.
Will do.
That's...
There's a doll nailed to the roulette table, too.
I see.
There's also a doll nailed here, right in the middle of the roulette wheel. The doll itself seems to be the same as the others. Doesn't seem to be anything noteworthy. That is in and of itself sufficient knowledge. Let's check someplace else.
Sorry, I feel like when I'm getting all up close to the mic to do the Halara, I feel like sounding a little, I don't know,
Hit this thing and it'll be good as new!
wet, you know? You're coming... No, not because I'm standing with Halara, you know what I'm saying? You know, I feel like I smack those lips right into the mic.
There's a vent here. Four corners of the cover are screwed down, so I don't think it will open. I doubt the cover can be opened when it's like this.
Right.
It's too early to conclude conclude there's no useful information. Compare it with what was seen in Postcognition. Right, I'll give it a try.
Well, let's have a look-see.
A body. I see a body. The murder scene through Halara's eyes is completely silent.
Oh, he's also got the strangulation marks.
There are dolls nailed to the walls and floor, and a corpse pinned down with nails in a similar fashion. This all feels like a dream. It doesn't seem real.
Which does suggest to me that actually, no, all these Nailman cases are connected.
There are abnormal decorations all around the crime scene. And it's so quiet.
Well, let's check that vent,
Time for an investigation.
Hey, this vent. The cover is in place, but it hasn't been screwed on.
Interesting.
Which means it could be easily removed, right?
Oh no! Sorry, silly me. Obviously, they put this guy on the wall so they could use him as a bit of a stepladder to get... Obvious. Ah, such a silly guy.
What are you doing? You can't touch what you see in postcognition, even if you happen to be 3 meters tall.
Oh, I see. But I think this will be an important clue. The vent is about 40 by 30 centimeters. A thin adult could probably pass through.
Well, I mean, unless Servant has put on a lot of weight in the past 6 months, he's probably out of the running then.
I knew it.
Sure enough, Secret Club has dolls nailed to the wall too.
Yeah.
That must be the Nailman's calling card. They're nailed into the wall seemingly at random, facing all directions. I can't find a pattern. Has nothing that could be connected to the culprit. Let's try checking someplace else.
Like the corpse.
It's a man's corpse. He's probably around 60 years old.
You know, I do also appreciate the fact that, it, you know, with the vent there, it does tell me if there's something I can examine that's not on screen. That's nice. That's nice of them to do that.
His body is pinned against the wall with countless nails.
I don't know about that. I think I'm pretty... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There are 9 nails in him, Yuma.
There isn't much bleeding, so the nails must have been hammered in after he died.
You're starting to get the hang of this. Not too shabby.
Oh, there are marks on him. Signs that he was strangled.
Mm-hmm.
The vertical scratch marks were probably made when he resisted.
The most basic of basic observations. Well, at least you noticed.
That's thanks to everything I taught you at the clock tower. Such an awesome mentor.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really know it all, but...
This situation is identical to the murder at the clock tower.
The culprit first strangled the victim to death, and then decorated the room afterward.
But why?
Yeah, and this was the first one. But presumably this was planned, right? It was planned to take advantage of the Nailman case and wasn't just like a, oh man, I've got to cover this up. What should I do? Oh, I know! I'll grab my hammer and nails that I keep on me at all times, hammer the dolls that I keep on me at all times to the wall, and hammer this dude up on the wall! It's perfect. It's the perfect crime. Okay, sweet. I think that's everything then, no?
By the way, Yuma, did you notice the nail below the vent?
No, I did not. There are several nails leading up to the vent. Almost as if they could have been used like a stepladder.
Below the vent? Huh, some of the
Also
nails are
bent.
bent downward. Maybe they were hammered in a hurry.
Or perhaps there's another reason.
another reason?
Sweet!
I think that's about it.
I think I've checked what I can here.
Alright. Let's bail, Halara. We've got
That should do it.
at least 2 more crime
There
scenes
isn't
to go
much else
to.
to investigate. I've never experienced this before, but it's surprisingly convenient to be able to share my postcognition.
No, I know, right? And all we had to do was hold hands.
It's exhausting to explain what I see to a client.
Really?
People do not believe what they cannot see. I have often been called a liar.
I mean, yeah, I can see it, right? Or I can... Well, no, I literally can't. Hey! And that's the problem. Yeah. Because you can't... Especially if it's... I mean, look, okay. Not to throw stones, but with your personality, Halara, you know, I could see why some people might assume that you would make things up just to get, like, a result that you want, you know? Just do it for the fee, you know what I mean? And it's a vicious cycle from there, right? Because then, you know, just by nature, people don't trust Halara, so then Halara doesn't trust these people, and then it just goes in a big old circle forever, perpetuating your dislike of humanity. A very unfortunate situation, Halara. I pity you.
I suppose fortes aren't always convenient.
We still have locked room mysteries to examine. The second incident was at the mansion near Ginma District.
I mean, yeah, it's a good point. It kind of goes for everyone's fortes, right? Because we're the only ones who can see them, really. Anyone could basically say whatever the hell they want.
I have an idea of where to go. Let's hurry there.
Okay, well, let's bounce. You're not just gonna you're not gonna get to just take me there, though, are you? Oh, the religion practiced at the church in Karnai Ward. Its symbol is a spear piercing a crescent moon. Its core doctrine is "Thou shalt not bear old prejudices." Feels very counter to the Nailman case, huh? Just on principle.
The building we're heading to is
Oh,
access
hello.
to Ginma District. Let's hurry there.
How'd you get ahead of me?
Oh! Seems like they're restoring the building. You know, I was talking about stepladders earlier. You think we're about to have a stepladder argument?
I get it.
It rains 24/7. No wonder the place is a wreck.
No. Just the construction site. No. I really thought we were gonna steal Ace Attorney's bit there. Oh, man. That's just a bummer.
Oh, wow. Thanks for defining a mansion for me, game. I will say, the past one was kind of loosely helpful as well. Just said that the face markings on all the priests and, well, all the church workers just makeup that they put on every morning. I guess it's part of the dress code? Hello?
That person,
Say,
What's wrong, Master?
doesn't she seem a bit uneasy? Like she might fall over at any moment?
Yeah, I was gonna say no. You're making that up, Yuma, but no, actually, she kinda does.
come on.
You really can't help yourself when it comes to the ladies, can you?
Oh, it isn't like that.
Yeah, go on. We've got to do our side quests.
Excuse me. Is something wrong? You seem upset.
Huh? Who are you?
I'm
I'm kind of a detective.
In training?
A detective. I see.
well.
So is something wrong?
Well, actually, I've run away from home, and I'm at a loss about what to do next.
Oh,
Let's solve this thing.
this smells like a case. Let's hear her out, Master.
Yeah, you might be right. I should avoid getting involved, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I just left it alone.
Well?
Could you give me some more details? Sorry about this, Halara. I know you don't look at me like that, please.
Well, I'm the daughter of a merchant who does business throughout Kanai Ward. Due to family circumstances, it was decided that I would have an arranged marriage. Thinking of what's best for my family, I should accept the proposal. But my suitor is an awful person.
Oh no!
I heard it with my own ears. He said he was only using my father.
Huh? Then why not talk to your father about it?
There's nothing I can do without proof. Besides, my father is very keen on him. When I told my father I didn't want to get married, he yelled at me and said I shouldn't cause trouble.
I see.
Oh, so that's why you ran away from home.
Aww.
Ugh, how lame. Let's get out of here. No one's dead.
No, we can't do that. Having to marry an evil man sounds terrible.
Right.
Leaving home has given me some time to think. I want to try talking to my father. If I went back now, I don't think we could have a civil conversation. I'm terribly sorry to ask, but could you take this letter to my father for me? I'll reward you for your trouble.
Say,
Does this chick think detectives are errand boys?
I mean, I basically am, let's be real. We can't just leave her like this.
That's my master, simping over every woman he meets and making their wishes come true. Oh wow, I can't believe we just got banned on Twitch.
Yeah. What's that again? It's not like that.
Right.
Okay, I'll help you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. My father should be in front of Kanai Station around now.
It'd be a good idea to ask what he looks like, right? The station is a busy place after all.
That's true.
Yeah, what my voice line just said. What exactly does your father look like?
Well,
He should be wearing a suit, navy blue from head to toe. It's his
I
favorite.
see.
I see, thank you.
Paired with the devil. Well, I hope you don't mind, Halara. We're gonna have to go solve this side quest real quick.
This is...
Is this a stepladder? Or a regular ladder?
come on.
Stop right there, master! Any further and you'll stop being a detective altogether!
Okay.
Yes! Perfect! It's just what I wanted!
Aha! Yes! Found one! Another one with Yako? Jesus. Yes, I knew we'd find one in here. Oh, well, I hoped we'd find one around the station. Right, well. Excuse me, sir!
Oh! A completely navy blue suit. Could this be the merchant girl's father? Is the man with him the client's suitor?
I bet he is. Even looks evil. Trench coats just make you 10 times more evil.
No.
We can't tell just from appearances. Anyway, let's try talking with them. Excuse me.
Uh-huh. Huh? Who are you?
Yeah.
If you don't mind, we're in the middle of an important conversation.
I have a letter for you from your daughter.
What? What did you say? You know my daughter's whereabouts.
Well?
Yes, but would you please read the letter first?
Nah.
So you're not actually listening to this guy, are you, sir? I'll see for myself. It's without a doubt her handwriting.
No, no.
There must be some kind of mistake. No, I would never mistake my daughter's handwriting. I'm afraid that if what's written here is true, this marriage cannot be allowed to continue.
Well, he took that really well.
I almost got away with it too.
Huh?
He's not even trying to hide it. He sounds like some second-rate cartoon villain. Come on. At least say the line. I guess there isn't a dumb dog here, but... well, there is my master.
No point in pretending pretend anymore. Scam's over the moment they start to doubt you. Later, chumps.
Hey, wait!
There's no need to follow him.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for delivering this letter.
No.
It was nothing.
I'll try talking to my daughter.
Allow me to properly thank you another day.
Yes,
Sure.
for now.
Now let's go report to the client. Now we can get back on track. Sorry about that, Halara. I hope you don't mind the detour. No, it was alright. I got to see a stepladder. Oh, really? You thought it was a stepladder? You know, I kind of thought it might have just been a ladder myself. You would say that, wouldn't you? What's that supposed to mean?
And that's what happened.
There's something going on here that I don't think I fully understand. I don't think you'll have to worry about the arranged marriage anymore.
Thank goodness.
Really? That my father actually believed me?
Thank you.
I think I'll go home now. Thank you so much for everything.
I hope it goes well.
Well,
Yeah, we did our part. Who cares what happens next?
No.
No, we're involved now, so I'd like for her to be happy.
Oh, I get it. That must be the way of the simp.
Why do you keep calling me that? I don't even know what that means. Like, do I look like a fucking internet cretin?
I don't think you want me to answer that one, Master.
God damn it.
Well, I can't see any blue balls here, so let's just move on, shall we?
There's a large mansion beyond the gate over there. I wonder if that's the second crime scene.
Jumping around like an excited little
That's
kid.
probably it. Let's go inside.
That blood or rust on the gate there?
It's closed, as expected.
God damn it, Halara.
Are you sure?
You know, there are peacekeepers, like, right there.
Wait!
God, she's cool, though. They're cool. Sorry. They're cool.
Never gonna get over that, am I? I'm going to keep calling Halara she by mistake. Oh, what a conundrum. I mean, it also doesn't look like there's any blue balls
Looks
here.
like a haunted mansion.
But let's just move in.
I hope there aren't any ghosts around. I have a feeling they'll appear this time.
I've been meaning to ask, but aren't you kind of a ghost yourself?
The incident occurred about 3 months ago. The victim was Ali Hohen, the owner of this mansion. He had no family and lived alone. The mansion is now empty and dilapidated. The crime scene is in the study near the back. Let's go.
Oh, wow, she didn't slice him to
The mailman
smithereens
killings
this
had
time.
another common factor, besides the locked room. The first person to find the body was always the same person.
Yeah, the worshipper we met earlier.
That worshiper from church? Do you suspect him too?
What he said did make sense. He's been obsessed with the Nailman and had access to the names of potential victims. It's not too surprising for him to be the first on the scene each time.
I guess I shouldn't assume things going into this.
That's right. It's down this hallway. The crime scene is in the room on the right side. There's little time. Let's head straight there.
Ha! Think you're partners now just because you held hands with my master?
Well, I mean, we are, technically.
I'll have you know, Master and I are connected on a much deeper level.
Yeah, and a much more painful one, too.
Don't make it sound so suggestive.
Honestly, Yuma, that was like the least suggestive thing that Shinigami has ever said. Well, look at the door.
No.
The doorknob is in rough shape. I guess it's because nobody's looking after the place anymore.
By the way,
Isn't it because Halara smashed it?
I guess we can't rule that out.
What
Yeah,
is
I
it?
feel like I shouldn't.
Where do you think you're going? The crime scene is this way.
Sorry.
Right, sorry. I kind of just got a little bit distracted looking for balls.
Wow, Master, I didn't know it was like that for you.
feels like a
Yeah, I
jump
walked
scare
right into that
kinda.
one. Scary.
So this is the study where the crime took place.
Oh, it's open. I wonder if the lock was broken at the time of discovery here, too. There's nothing left here either. It's all cleaned up.
I don't want to do it, but I suppose I can share my postcognition again here.
Well, we're gonna have to do this at least one more time.
Are you sure?
Don't make a big deal out of it. Just make it quick.
Alright, time to investigate. But first... Oh, okay, another one on the floor. So maybe, Gramps last time was actually put on the wall with the express purpose of, like, hiding the fact that those nails on the wall were leading up to the vent, maybe?
Lara's hands are smaller and softer than I thought.
Brilliant. That's exactly what I wanted when I clicked on this.
Considering Halara's strength, I thought they would be bulkier.
Master, is holding hands all it takes to get you hot and heavy? You're making me sad.
Why? Because you can't hold my hand?
Yes!
Oh. Well, that's kind of sad.
No. Though I am curious, is Halara a man or a woman?
What's wrong? Is something bothering you?
Not at all. I guess it'd be pretty rude to ask now.
Especially after you just yelled that in their face. Well... Where should we start? Let's start on the door, I guess. Love to look at a good door.
This is...
The door to the study. We left it open just in case. It's always good to be wary of sudden attacks. Never let your guard down. Right, got it.
I'll...
It's because of the teaching of yours, truly. You're welcome, Master.
Yeah.
There is a vent, but it's too small for a person to fit through.
There is? You mean where that bright light that I can't see through is?
And it's also screwed shut from the inside. It seems impossible to remove.
Oh, what's this now? Master, I discovered
Oh
something.
no, it's there.
There are marks in the gap between the vents, like something scraped against it.
Interesting.
Really?
But given your height, you couldn't see it even if you stood on a chair.
Halara, can you use that chair to peek into the vent?
I will do so for 10,000 Xian.
Oh, but this is important!
You're charging me for it?
I jest.
Oh, well. I'm glad we're at that stage of our relationship.
The marks in the vent seem to be left by strings rubbing against it.
Just like all in our current case. But why? Clearly no one could climb through this.
Did someone hitch a string to it or something? It shouldn't even be visible from your perspective. I'm surprised you noticed.
Oh, it was just a hunch.
See? I told you I'm useful. I do way more than just float around.
Yeah, we both see the irony in that statement.
You should give me 10,000 Xian as a reward.
I'm kidding, a headache.
Okay. Well, let's postcognition this bitch real quick.
Hand holding.
The crime scene of the murder is vividly brought to life before us.
Yeah, right, of course. But let's look at the body first.
It all happens in silence, as though awakening from an eternal slumber. But the corpse will never wake up again.
Blood on the fingertips. That's interesting.
Even if the corpse did awaken, the nails pinning him down would prevent him from rising.
Although, maybe not. Maybe that's just supposed to be where he's been scratching his neck.
The door is the only entrance and exit to the room. There are no windows and the vent is small. I don't see any escape routes from the locked room. Maybe the doll nailed to the wall holds the answer to this bizarre mystery.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
The door here can only be locked with a key. However, there is only the master key. No spares exist. The scenario resembles the locked room mystery in the casino. We can disregard the possibility of a duplicate key. The master key was found in this room at the time of discovery.
This is also similar to the locked room mystery in the secret club.
But there is one difference. The key was found underneath the corpse.
Okay.
Under the corpse? But we can't move the corpse in the past, so we can't confirm if that's true.
Postcognition isn't all-powerful, but it's a fact that the key was found under the corpse. I have a crime scene photo, taken back then, in my jacket pocket. No detail has slipped past my efforts.
Right.
Oh man, I can't believe you let me do that.
Huh? What's this?
It's just a picture of my cat. Put it away.
Wait, not that one. I meant the other photo. This one's unrelated to the case.
Wait, really? Well, I'm kinda glad there wasn't a cat killed in this case.
Oh, this is it. You're right. The key's near the middle of his back. But can this photo be trusted? Could it be something the Peacekeepers fabricated?
The Peacekeepers acknowledged the incident occurred in a locked room. Besides, there's no need for fabrication. After all, it would be more convenient for them to have fewer mysteries to deal with.
That's true. Sorry for being doubtful.
Yeah, it's like what Yako was saying to Swank, right? You know, keep on making up the lies, they just start piling up more and more.
No, that's expected of a detective. You're starting to figure out how to do your job.
Was that a compliment?
I think it was you. Oh, look at us bonding. Yeah, get out of here, Shinigami.
Is that really all it takes to please you?
Also, I drew a sketch of the room's state on the back of that photo.
Actually, Shinigami, I think the cat photo really did a lot more for me there.
Remember it well.
Also based, by the way, Halra. I too am a cat person.
Yeah, okay. But why a sketch? How can it help solve the mystery? Also, what was with that cat photo anyway? That's surprisingly cute.
Wouldn't have to have something to do with... I mean, one of them's circled down there. I assume the direction? Either, like... I don't know if these are, like, nails or the doll's directions. But I assume that's what we're supposed to be looking at there.
Let's check every nook and cranny.
Oh, I love checking every suspicious-looking nook and cranny.
That's true.
There are fish in the tank. It doesn't seem like they've been cared for since the owner was killed. They're looking pretty bad. Inside the tank, some kind of secret passage.
Yeah.
Would be interesting. It doesn't appear to be related to the case. Yeah, well, you never know. There's a huge tank here, but there aren't any fish inside. Living things can't be seen through Postcognition. It doesn't have that ability. Right. Well, it's fine. I gotta see some fish. Hang on real quick. What was that?
Now, why are they flashing? Can I look at those?
Sit down right here.
You can't even sit, Shinigami. Never mind. Moving bookshelf. Well, these books are lined up so neatly. They're covered in dust. Nobody's touched them for a long time. Meaning they won't help us with the case. Oh man, I really wanted to just do a little, you know.
Well, yeah, actually a lot of these books are like flashing.
Even in the past, several books line the shelf. I checked, but it doesn't seem like anything's different between them and now.
I see.
Then and now. In that case, it's probably not related to the case.
Good conclusion, guys. Okay. Painting time. Oh, got some stacked books. I wonder what's in the stacked books.
Oh! 2 extraordinarily thick books are stacked on the desk. These books are in great condition aside from some dust. They look completely untouched.
It's me.
You probably wanted to seem knowledgeable. They haven't been moved for a while. They're probably not related to the case. But only probably. It's a carefully organized bookshelf. Looks like all the novels belong to the same series, the Goeen Saga.
Yeah.
I believe this series has more than 150 volumes. Unfortunately, the author has passed away. Oh, it's a shame the story never saw an ending.
Happens all too often, I'm afraid.
Oh! Landscape paintings in extravagant flames are on display. Flames? Frames. All these paintings look incredibly expensive.
However,
They're counterfeits. Not a single one is genuine. Doesn't look like there's anything relevant to the case here. Let's investigate elsewhere.
You say that, Hollera. Let's have a little look-see.
What does that mean?
There's an expensive-looking landscape painting, but it's tilted. I wonder why. Could this be related to the locked room?
it appears.
Doubtful. Judging by the marks on the wall, I'd say this painting was hung at an angle. The peacekeepers must have altered it by a mistake during their investigation. How confusing. I'll never understand art. Oh! Several dolls have been nailed to the floor. After the clock tower and the secret club, this makes 3. It doesn't make it any less creepy, though.
It's me.
Now's not the time to show fear. Investigate thoroughly and find the clues to solve the case. Right.
I see.
The dolls have nothing in common, and I don't see any unusual markings either.
It appears.
Nothing to do with the case, then. A series of books is arranged neatly on the shelf. There's no indication the books have been moved. I don't think they're related to the case. I agree. Let's look somewhere else.
How about the stacked books on the table?
2 extraordinarily thick books are placed on the desk. It doesn't look like the books were stacked when the body was found.
Well,
Peacekeepers must have stacked them. Good grief, what a bunch of amateurs. The placement seems to be the only thing that's changed. I don't think this will help with the case.
Yet again. Okay, well. Great. Glad this place has given us, like, absolutely fucking nothing. Oh. I guess I missed something at the fish tank. Indeed I did. There's a projector.
That's right.
There's a projector installed in the center of the bookcase. I'd like to take a look, but I can't reach it.
That's right.
Alara? Could you please take a look around the projector?
very well.
Sure, give me a moment. The projector is pretty dusty. Doesn't seem to have been used since before the incident. So, it's probably got nothing to do with the case.
Or does it?
Yeah, it does, and we didn't get voiced. The projector is installed in the center of the bookcase. It wasn't on when the corpse was found.
You'll never reach it, Master. I'll check it out for you.
Well, did you find anything unusual?
Nope, everything is extremely usual and unrelated to the case.
Well, we at least tried. Oh man, there's actually a lot of things that I missed here. Hang on.
Yeah.
It's a lamp. The light's on right now.
Make sure to use proper lighting in addition to these kinds of lighting. To these kinds of lighting, as eye strain may occur.
Hey, who are you talking to, Shinigami?
Me, I think. Oh, there we go. Well, that's something. Go look at the wall in a second.
Oh! The lamp's light is pointed at the table. It probably wasn't turned on at the time. I don't see anything suspicious. Doesn't seem like the lamp is related to the case. You know, On top of shots for Nail Man, I feel like saying not related to the case is also pretty good one to take a shot for. There's a switch for the projector on the desk. Looks like it was set to off when the corpse was found.
Well, great. Okay, now that's done. Can't look at the wall again, but we can check the area near the hallway. There's some more goods. I guess this is where the doll on the wall's gonna be. Yeah, right. Yeah. So I was thinking, how exactly am I gonna look at this if it wasn't like around the paintings? Because it's right here.
There's only one doll nailed to the wall.
So a slightly higher resolution and more detailed texture than the others.
Comparatively, there was a nearly obnoxious number of dolls nailed to the walls in the other crime scenes. Maybe there was no room to nail them to the walls because of all the bookshelves in the way?
I don't think so, Yuma.
Wait, this doll has both eyes gouged out. Did the culprit do this on purpose? This keeps getting more and more disturbing.
And weird, why would you need to do
But it's
that?
kinda creepy cute. I wanna put one next to the top of a staircase so people can run into it at night.
You bitch.
Why would you want to do that?
You know, this doll seems made of cheaper materials compared to the other ones.
Hey, you're right. Like it's made of resin instead of porcelain. The texture looks cheap, but also more durable.
Too bad it doesn't have eyeballs.
The eye holes are connected to each other in the head cavity. It's like that darkness is staring into me. Huh? There's a mark on the edge of the eye holes near the nose. Looks like a string rubbed against it.
Okay. So obviously this was connected to the vent kind of thing. But why?
How did this mark get here?
Strange and peculiar. Alright, well, time to check the corpse. And I think after that we'll end the episode.
That's true.
This is where the first witness found the body. Bloodstains are still here. Considering the amount of blood, the victim was probably killed here, right?
It appears.
It seems very likely. Good talk.
Okay, corpse in the neck. As per usual.
The victim is a well-built man, approximately 30 years old. The corpse here is also covered in nails. His appendages and chest are all nailed to the floor.
The owner of this mansion made his fortune in real estate from an early age. But along with aggressive land sharking and other illicit transactions, he made shady deals with Amaterasu Corp. There are several reasons he'd be hated. A doll with his name on it was bound to be nailed in the church forest.
I wonder how the person who cursed him feels now that he's actually dead.
Perhaps they feel no responsibility. They just hopped on the urban legend bandwagon.
Is that really the case? Wait, this is odd.
Did you find something?
Look closely. The length of the nails driven into the corpse are all slightly different.
True.
The length isn't the problem here. It's how hard they were hammered in.
What do you mean?
The nails driven into the lower torso went through the body and into the floor.
But the ones in the upper torso are kind of just hanging out, so to speak.
But the nails in the upper torso did not penetrate all the way through the body.
But why would the culprit not hammer the nails in as hard on the upper body?
That's not the only unnatural thing. Take a look at the blood.
It's all around the legs.
The nail wounds on the lower torso appear to be bleeding sideways. But the upper torso wounds are bleeding vertically, down toward his waist.
Yeah, huh.
The blood flows differently between the upper and lower body?
Maybe the upper and lower torsos are different people, and they were smushed together after death.
That's strange. It's almost like he was shot multiple times in the chest and then nailed later, right? Or I guess not in the chest, but in the upper torso. Then he was nailed later. Well, I was also thinking maybe... Oh, like... He was strangled to death, then he had, like, his legs nailed down, and then afterwards it was like a... Oh, shit, I've got to do the chest as well, but I'm on a bit of a time crunch, but...
That's disturbing.
Interesting.
The cause of death here appears to be strangulation as well. And like the others, there are rope marks around the neck and traces of a struggle. Oh, but on a closer look, there's a mark left by a thin string on the back of his neck.
It couldn't have been the rope that was used to strangle him. The thickness is completely different.
There are two different types of string marks on the body. Was he strangled twice?
Okay.
But even then, it'd be odd to only have marks behind his neck. And why do the strings have different thicknesses?
Anyway, it's an important piece of evidence.
Wow, I am not seeing how this one all comes together.
Looks like there's nothing left to check.
Yay! That's an A-OK for the investigation here.
Okay, sweet, but we're not going to we're not going to end the investigation yet. We're going to save that for next episode, guys. Yeah, that's right. I really thought we'd actually be in the Mystery Labyrinth just starting next episode, but it ended up taking a little longer than I thought, which is fine. That's A-OK. Man, I really... doing Hollera and Yuma's voices. I need a drink. So, I'm going to do that, and I'm also going to record the next episode. And yeah, look, I'm sorry, I don't want to blue ball you here, because then you're going to have to wait until Tuesday for the Labyrinth stuff, but I'm getting blue balled as well, so... You know, I'm going to get to think about this over the weekend. Ugh. I mean, I'm not really complaining that much. I'm more than happy for Hollera to live in my head rent-free, but it's whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, goodbye.